What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto episode 249. So this one kicks off following last week's event in 248, where we had Funamushi's death and the Funato ending up retreating. So it's been 3 days and Denki and Iwade are still missing. Funamushi had told Kawaki and Boruto that they were dead, but Metal Lee and some of the others still have not given up hope on them and are looking for them still, because they haven't even found a body yet or anything, so they think they may still be alive. And once again, I want to point out that they do mention that Funamushi is for sure dead. I know some people were not 100% on that, but it is confirmed he is done. Buntan ends up giving everybody one more day to find Iwade and Denki, and this is in particular because Buntan and Kyoho want to go and join the front lines of this battle and get revenge on all of the Funato, so pretty much aid the Mist in surviving and avenging both Kagura and Hebichigo. But yeah, she ends up giving one more day because she thinks that Iwade and Denki are dead and they're done for, and she thinks that everybody else needs to accept that. Buntan also goes on to make a vow to avenge her friends, aka both Hebichigo and Kagura, who are both now dead. I still think the Hebichigo death kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I was not really expecting it, and I don't really know how to feel about that one, but I'm sure some of you guys know I wasn't too big of a fan of the Kagura death. I do understand kind of why they did it, but I do think that they shouldn't have pulled the trigger on that, at least not in this arc. Or if they were going to do it this arc, maybe the arc finale could have been a better time rather than doing it mid-arc, but you know, it is what it is. Next up, Metal Lee actually ends up finding Iwade and Denki, and this was actually a pretty wholesome moment because he was crying so much tears of joy after seeing them. He really thought they were dead, and you know, those are like his best friends. So I think that was a pretty wholesome moment of them reuniting, and that was cool to see. I do wish though that they did explore a little more of Metal Lee here, like maybe what he, you know, would have done if like they were actually dead. Like maybe he went and said that he would have, like maybe if he would have taken like a more aggressive stance on the Funato or something, like that could have been a cool little line or two that he could have said, but that's just a little thing I had in mind. So then we get a flashback of Denki and Iwade being brought over to Funamushi, and apparently Funamushi ordered that both Denki and Iwade be locked up and tied, you know, instead of executed. And it's interesting because Funamushi did this because he found out from the rest of the Funato grunts that they were out hunting for food for kids. So that was interesting to see because it shows that Funamushi maybe might have like a little soft spot for kids, because Funamushi, you know, is all about avenging Siren. So normally he would have wanted to kill them, but he's seeing that they were doing something good, so maybe that's hinting at he does have a little soft spot for kids, maybe. And then what happened is that Denki and Iwade ended up making their escape from the Funato camp once they heard that Funamushi was dead. Iwade ended up using one of his Earth-style jutsus. He ended up getting untied, and then he freed Denki, and they pretty much made their escape from there. Another cool little thing that happened this episode was something featuring Kyoho. And what happened was that Kyoho was offered a spot to stay in Kagura's hometown village. And that was because they thought that they could use a guy like him, and Kyoho was kind of surprised because he's never been offered something like that before in his life. Eventually, though, he does end up declining, but thanking them for the offer because, you know, he's got a war to fight, and he has other things to do. I'm sure he's going to be sticking around with Buntan. Granted that, they don't die later this arc either. But we'll have to see what they end up doing. But he did decline. I did think it was cool to offer him that. It shows that, he's changing his ways, or he has changed his ways, and other people in this series have noticed. Boruto is pretty much gone right now to clear his head after he hears the whole thing about Funamushi not necessarily executing Iwade and Denki over the food thing. So now that's got Boruto thinking, and while he's thinking, he ends up getting attacked by a Funato soldier and a kid. And there was some really, really good animation here. It was maybe like 45 seconds, but definitely the highlight of the episode. Really good animation, some nice sharp art, very fluid movement. I definitely enjoyed this little part of the episode for sure. The kid apparently turns out to be Funamushi's son, and he's here to avenge his dad. And I mean, he's just a kid, so he can't stop Boruto, and Boruto ended up stopping the other soldier that came with him too, using a wind-style gale palm. Again, pretty nice animation. I did enjoy this little fight. And now after Boruto hears that the Funato, after he hears that this Funato kid's dad was Funamushi, he ends up hesitating to go and attack him. And the kid pretty much tries attacking Boruto. And right then Sarada comes to the rescue. And as a result, the kid and the soldier from the Funato end up retreating, because now it would have been 2-on-2 instead of 2-on-1. Kawaki and Mitsuki follow, and they caught up to both Boruto and Sarada. Eventually, Kawaki and Boruto have a pretty heated chat. Boruto is now pretty much questioning if he even wants to continue fighting. He's thinking more so about the cycle of hatred. And I do like that, because that's a theme from one of Naruto's best arcs, in my opinion, the whole pain arc. And I'm glad that this is coming back into this. And it's crazy that Boruto's thinking about this at the age of 12 or 13, whatever he is right now. Whereas Naruto kind of learned more so of this when he was 16. So I do like that Boruto's already, thinking this way. I think that's pretty cool. And Boruto and Kawaki pretty much have like a heated chat on the fact that Boruto's like, he's feeling upset he killed somebody's father, but Kawaki's kind of trying to tell him, that you had valid reasons for killing Funamushi, and everything was to avenge Kagura and Heavy Chigo. So Kawaki's trying to justify everything. Kawaki's saying that the Funato aren't people that are going to be talked out of this war, that they're going to have to fight. So both of them have like a stance on the war now that is a bit different from each other. And both of them, especially Boruto told Kawaki that he doesn't understand, and Kawaki has a different stance on it as well. Mitsuki actually goes and he calls Kawaki amazing because of how Kawaki is able to keep his emotions in check and still be able to talk to someone like Boruto in the way he did. At the end of the episode, there is a Funato grunt that actually was captured, I forgot to mention, and he was healed by Sarada a little bit. Pretty much they tied him up just for questioning, and now everybody in the village, including the residents there, as well as all the shinobi that are there at the moment, are there when he wakes up. And Boruto finds out now from this soldier that apparently there's another person that hates Boruto now, and that would be Siren's younger brother, Ikada. And that's the big reveal, that Ikada is a Funato clan member. Boruto is stunned at the end, and that's where the episode ends off. So overall, this was a solid episode. I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10. The last two episodes have been solid, which is a good sign, because episode 246 really killed my vibe for this arc, I'm not going to lie. And then 247 wasn't too great either. So 248 and 249 bringing solid episodes at least is helping it trend in the right direction. I still have some hope that they can end this arc on a high note with a nice climax, but we'll find out. I'm guessing 5 to 10 more episodes to go of this arc. Hopefully the big final fight and however the arc actually ends is in a good manner. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Be sure to leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.